that we have was made about 50 years ago when the Unitarians and the Universalists decided they wanted to join together and become one church. And when they did that, they had to have a lot of conversations with each other about how they were going to do things and how they were going to treat each other, because they had some differences in the rules the two groups had been following. But they really worked together, and it's kind of like they decided to play together, and they figured out what their rules were. It took them about a year. That's a long time, isn't it? And they discussed and changed and argued and compromised, and finally the Unitarians and Universalists from hundreds of different congregations agreed on 6 principles or 6 rules. And they said we can agree to these 6. And it was true that maybe one person didn't agree with one as much as the other, but they were like, no, I can live with that. I can follow those rules, and we can get together and we can treat each other and have these expectations for each other. So, because they decided they wanted to play the same game. They were going to play together. So 25 years later, in 1985, they added one more principle to make it 7. And these are our 7 principles. So the first one is, each person is important. Be kind in all you do. We're free to learn together. We search for what is true. All people need a voice. Build a fair and peaceful world. And we care for the earth's lifeboat. So when we promise each other to follow the rules that we make, we are covenanting with each other, just like the kids on the playground playing tag, and just like the Unitarians and the Universalists did 50 years ago. So that, I think, is really cool that they decided to do that, and that we can do that too. All right, so now children are not leaving because it's an intergen service, so you may go back to your seats. We have seats in the front here if you'd like to sit up in the front.